What if I told you you're not lazy? What if I told you that all those days you spent sitting there, unable to move, weren't because you lacked discipline, but because you lacked direction? You've been told a story your whole life. A story that says motivation is a switch you can flip. That if you just tried harder, pushed more, you wouldn't be stuck. But that's not the truth, is it? Because you have tried, and you're still here, stuck, trapped in your own mind. Let me tell you a different story, a true one. You are not lazy, you are lost, and today we're going to find your way back. Think about the last time you called yourself lazy. You sat there, watching the hours slip through your fingers, feeling guilty for wasting them. You told yourself you were weak, undisciplined, that everyone else was moving forward while you stood still. But let's look deeper. Ask yourself, why couldn't you move? Not just what stopped you in that moment, but what has been stopping you for months, for years. Laziness is a word people use when they don't understand. But the truth is, you weren't lazy. You were afraid. You were overwhelmed. You were exhausted. You were lost. Let's go deeper. Have you ever noticed how much energy it takes to do nothing? That's the paradox. You think laziness is easy, effortless. But no, sitting there, avoiding tasks, feeling guilty, it drains you. It consumes you. It keeps you in a cycle of self-doubt. And what about the pressure? Society tells you that you need to be productive, that you need to achieve, that your worth is measured by your output. But how can you measure something that hasn't even started? And so, you freeze. Not because you don't care, but because you care too much. Imagine waking up in a foreign city with no map, no destination, and no one to ask for directions. You'd wander, wouldn't you? But at some point, you'd stop. Not because you don't want to move, but because moving without a purpose feels meaningless. That's what's happened to you. You weren't given a map for life. You were handed expectations. Go to school, get a job, be successful, but no one told you how to find meaning. And so you tried to follow the path others took, but it didn't fit. And when it didn't fit, you stopped. Not because you're lazy, but because you didn't know where to go next. So here you are, waiting, hoping something will change. But you can't wait for a map to appear. You have to create your own. There's another reason why you feel stuck. Choice. You don't just feel lost because you lack options. You feel lost because you have too many. In the past, choices were limited. Your path was clear. But now, you can be anything, do anything, and that is terrifying. And so, you hesitate, you analyze, you wait for the right choice. But the right choice will never come, not until you start moving. The first step is simple. Forgive yourself. You are not weak. You are not broken. You're human, and humans get lost. The second step. Stop waiting for motivation. Motivation is a feeling, and feelings are fleeting. You don't need motivation. You need momentum. One small step in any direction is better than standing still. Do you know why big goals scare you? Because they're too distant. They feel unreal. But what if you just focused on today? Not your life plan, not your 5-year goal, just the next step. Your life changes one small habit at a time. Read one page, write one sentence, take one step. Small wins build momentum, and momentum creates change. Fear is the wall that keeps you from moving forward. But here's the truth. Fear never really disappears. The trick isn't to get rid of it. The trick is to move forward despite it. The fear of failure, the fear of judgment, the fear of not being good enough. It will always whisper in your ear. But you don't have to listen. You are not lazy. You never were. You are a traveler without a map. But that changes now. Direction is not given. It is created. And today, you take the first step. You were never lazy. You were just lost. But now you are found.